ensure the future. We, us, will write the future of this company. It's us. Now the beauty of it is it's up to us. Okay, a winner, a champion wants the ball in their hands with a few seconds to go. Okay, I mean a true champion, they want that last dang shot. Okay, a champion wants to control their own destiny. We control our own destiny. But our future is up to us. Let me talk for a second, just so you really have the magnitude of what's been accomplished and what our opportunity is about the transaction. And then I want to talk to you about the things I found from talking over and over and over again about our company that are the things that I say are the powers that we have in our hands. Just so you understand, this wasn't a simple deal to pull off. Okay, this was, there were essentially 5 transactions that happened simultaneously on April 1. Some of them happened on into the next week when the Warbird deal closed. But there was a private equity sale. There was a complete restructuring of our company, of the corporate structure and stuff. PRI, that's now our ticker. At first, the day before April 1, it was like Rick and I, 2 officers of a company that didn't have nothing in it. Okay? And the whole company got restructured and put under this new corporate entity that was created. There was the public transaction. There was the political activities to make this happen that none of y'all saw. Understand, this was the first IPO out of Citigroup. Okay, TARP, all them kind of things. There was a little bit of government scrutiny of what we were doing. Okay, we had to get a few regulators to approve this. The last dang week, we're flying to New York for the celebration. We're waiting on approval from California at the last dang. Y'all, you have no clue all the things that had to come together to make this happen. There were 52, there's images in some of the videos that they show of like me sitting there with my head like this in a room with probably 60 lawyers. Okay, there were 52 separately negotiated agreements, contracts that had to happen in order to make this happen. So, we've been due diligence pretty good. When your cousin says he's checking out Primerica, that he's talking to a guy that he knows that's doing some research on us. Just understand, Warbird Pincus that put in $230 million, $230 million investment into prior to the IPO. Reason that was done was so that we could be assured the city was going to be below 50% at the time of the IPO. But it was a very now this is what they did to do due diligence. Okay, this is from an email that I had Dan Zilberman, who's now on our board of directors from Warbird, sent down to me. They had 7 senior investment professionals. And by senior investment professionals, I'm talking senior investment professionals doing due diligence. They had 60 lawyers and bankers and accountants going through every shred of paper we had. And they spent $10 million doing due diligence on us. Not $99. Okay? Their IBA cost $10 million. And then they put $230 million into the deal. Okay, just to give you an example, they looked at it. Thank God I didn't know a lot of this was going on. And thank God they didn't go talk to some of the folks I knew in college. But they hired the largest private investigation firm in the United States to do a private investigation of Rick and I. Okay, I found out later. They were when I met with them one day. True story, y'all. When we went to meet with them, I sat down with them, and the guy says, "So tell me about your stroke in 2006. How you doing?" Okay, they tore every cover off every. I'm sitting there with one. I went, boy, Rick, I didn't worry about you, but if they had, it was one of those you sit there and go, they went, but I guess you're going to put $230 million into something. You know, you want to know if these two little idiots are crazy. Okay? Y'all, we've been diligenced. The world has looked at our company, and the world said they like our company a lot. Okay? What we've got to go do is we've got to go earn that level of trust. We've got to go earn that. We got to go win that. We got to go prevail. We got to go make this happen. And so I want to talk to you about a handful of powers real quick that I learned through living and walking through that process. You know, we said before, we did at the end of the process about 400 presentations, 400 different firms. 96% bought into our deal. Okay? We closed a lot of folks. We met, and it was the most amazing dang thing to go through. It was unbelievable. That we did 14 cities in 11 days. And we would hit a city. We were in Texas. We were in Houston, where we spent. It's actually funny. It's actually funny. The true story now. Because there were a lot of humorous things. And so we stayed at 4 seasons in Houston. Got in late that night from Chicago. We got up the next morning, and you were going by 6 o'clock in the morning for a 7 a.m. breakfast with a fun family. Okay, and so I come down the elevator at 4 Seasons, and there's this guy, man. I'm talking, man. He's ripped. Okay, this guy, man. He looks like he could kill. And he's sitting there, and he goes, John Addison. I go, yeah. How you doing, man? I go, so you with Primerica? Yeah, I'm with Primerica in Colorado. Oh, are you at just the IPO? And I went, yes, IPO. And I said, what are you doing here? And he goes, I'm the bodyguard for my dad. He's doing a book tour. And I go, well, who's your dad? He goes, Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm doing a book tour. So and he said, Dad's invested in the IPO too, so we got to go. Presentations that morning. Then we would fly from there to Milwaukee. Then we were in Denver. We were in LA. We were everywhere. And in the process, it was the same thing over and over. I had a flip chart. Okay? We'd show up. We'd sit down. We had our parts and stuff. Glenn had a part. Allison had a part on the financials. Rick and I doing the thing. And it was sitting down. And I'm going, look, we want to talk to you today about a very unique company that we love. We want you to understand, number one, we're a committed management and leadership team. I'd go through how long each of us have been with the company. And I said, I'm sure you see a lot of people come out and talk about their company and talk about investing in their company. And a lot of times, I'm sure they're guys that just took over the company a year or two ago, and they're trying to make a quick score and get the door. Okay? Well, we're here to build something for the long run. We're here to build something great. We're going to talk to you about what we believe is the most unique company that you'll ever have. And I did that crap so that, and I'm telling you, time after time after time, people saw the power of this business. And so I want to talk to you about some of those. Number one is the power of our model. How this thing is wired together. When I said we needed to protect the sales force cash flow and the infrastructure, this is one. The reason our logo is interlocking rings is this is one company. This is one team. It's one thing that fits together. And see, when you look, for all through that process, people saw this over and over again. And they understood the power of that. Here's what, when the thing was all done, the night before the IPO, we met, good Lord, late that night, after what's done is called pricing, where they come in. We sat in a meeting where it was, you're sitting there at the end and it's go on the IPO or not. We're on a phone call with the board of directors of Citigroup, and I do a little presentation on how how the process